I used to actually review music for another place that I'm not gonna name. I got some reps in. I'm gonna do so good that y'all gonna actually probably hire me on the spot and then be like, yo, listen, before we hire you, you gotta get your nose pierced first. Join the polycule and we in there full time. Pitchfork editor. Pow, Don't Be Dumb by A$AP Rocky. This one bangs. Shout out to Rocky. It's been a while since you put out music. I feel like you did a lot of weird stuff in this rollout, which was cool, because you know, you're a fashion guy and things like that. But there's a couple bangers on there. 6.9, good record, a few issues, but worth your attention if you're into the genre. That is exactly this. Wow. Shout out to Pitchfork for having a very specific rating system. It's not like a front to back flawless album, but you know, there's some joints on there.
Pitchfork give it a 6.8.
Pow! See, look at that, yo! See, that was me pulling up from the logo. That's the sound of me. Nothing but net. Splash. I'm ready. Just listen, just start putting shit in my office. I like Funko Pops. Put it in my office right now, because I start tomorrow here at Pitchfork. This is Oasis, Be Here Now. Shout out to Oasis, because they are a seminal UK rock bands. You know what they used to sound like, you know, maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. Can we hear it? They sound like a Nintendo game. They're all old men, very old and crotchety, and they got beef with each other. Noel and the other guy. They don't like each other at all, you know? Sometimes they do, but most of the time they don't fuck with each other at all. It's reflected in the music. As a Pitchfork editor, just put the septum piercing in post. I'm gonna give this a 5. Not a total disaster, but very, you know, kind of like run-of-the-mill guitar rock. You know, does the job, like Jersey Mike's or something. It's not great, but you know, fuck it.
Pitchfork give it a 5.3.
Right there. Right there, 5.3. I think I took off the 0.3 because I myself have a brother. And sometimes we get along, sometimes we don't. Much like Noel and Liam. Lateralus by Tool. You know what I'm saying? Tool. I'm going to go right ahead and give that a 1.5. Cause I hate motherfucking Tool. God damn, them motherfuckers suck, boy. Have you ever listened to that shit? Like for real, for real? If I gave you a porcupine and I was like, eat this shit alive, try to enjoy it. You'd be like, no, there's no way I can enjoy this, man. This is Tool, man. Band name says it all. I hope y'all also gave Tool a 1.
1.9.
Ah, see?
Keep it P.
Whoever did that was being nice. They might know Scott Stapp. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, that's the guy from Creed, my bad. See, they're so ass that they are interchangeable in my mind. Creed and Tool are both interchangeable in my mind because they're so ass.
It's Maynard.
Maynard James Keenan, some shit like that. He has a weird ass Civil War era name. I'm sorry, man. If you put your heart and soul into this shit, I apologize, but this shit is ass. Ho ho, pow. This is Jamiroquai, Automaton. Let me hear this real quick. I knew that beat drop was gonna be crazy. That's what Jamiroquai does, bro. They wear silly hats and they have ill beat drops. I want to keep it Pitchfork, you know. When I say keep it P, I mean keep it Pitchfork.
Keep it P.
We get 7. Very good record, you know. Recommend checking it out.
Pitchfork give it a 7.0.
Bow! Look at that! Come on. Lucky 7. This is what I do.
Keep it P.
Yo, listen, I'm playing Lotto after I get out of here. You understand what I'm saying? I'm killing it right now. Oh. Addison Rae. You know what I'm saying? It's called Addison. Self-titled. Eponymous. I kind of want to hear the vocals. I want to be reminded of the vocals real quick, because also there's Tate McRae out there in the world, right? And there's a lot of Rays. It was very funky, but funky like I'm at Forever 21 going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in there buying merchandise. Oh, they got a Wu-Tang crop top. Ooh, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? And this is playing in the background. You know what I mean? I'm asking people for help. They're like, I don't work here. It's giving that. I give it a 5.6. Decent record, few things going for it. This is very kind of like innocuous type of music. Like, I'm not gonna turn this on and like crash the car because it's so ill. But I am also, you know, just gonna be transported to a mall.
We gave it an 8.
What the fuck? Y'all threw me a curveball. Okay, all right, okay. Cool. I guess, listen, a lot of y'all must shop for denim at, Charlotte Russe. All right. Oh, yeah. This is some rap songs by Earl Sweatshirt. Earl, what up, baby? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you right now, that goes crazy. Earl is a rapper. You know what I mean? Earl be rapping his ass off, and I am going to give this album a 9.1. A monument, an instant classic. It sounds ahead of its time, sounds timeless. Even though he still sounds like Earl, Earl is forever. You know what I'm saying? The sweatshirt is eternal.
Pitchfork gave it an 8.8.
Ah, see? You know what I mean? They gave it an 8.8 so they could keep you humble. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I'm gonna give you your flowers, champ. This is a banger. This is a classic. This is canon, all right? Give me an Earl Sweatshirt Funko Pop. Oh, this is Cold Visions. Bladee? Bladee?
It's Blade.
Blade with 2 E's. The last one's, both of them are silent. You thought it was one that was silent. Both of them are silent. I am familiar with Blade, the Marvel character.
He's a rapper from Sweden.
A rapper from Sweden? Yo, look at this cover. I was very much expecting to hear some heavy guitar, you know what I'm saying, type of energy. But this is a rapper from Sweden. Okay, so let's hear Swedish bars.
Wake up, filthy.
Oh, shit, okay. Sweden. Okay, Sweden, I was not familiar with your game. That was tough. I like that. It sounded kind of like fried-ish. My trade Pitchfork here is telling me that this is somewhere between an 8.6 and a 9.
Pitchfork gave it an 8.3.
See? There you go. Okay, easy money. So that's not that big of a spread, okay? So I think with Blade, we did what we had to do. Shout out to Blade. Maybe drop 1 E off. Actually, no, keep the E, that's why you did the 2 E's for SEO. That's what it was, because the motherfuckers type in Blade, anything could come up. Just regular with 1 E. You could get a knife, you could get Wesley Snipes as a vampire hunter, you could get a lot of different shit. But if you put 2 E's, you get the Swedish rapper. So shout out to him. Or her, or them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is Los Thuthanakas with their self-titled album, Los Thutanakas. Listen, since I'm a Pitchfork employee, I went to the Pitchfork holiday party where the Thutanakas was performing live. And when I walked in there, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, yo, you know what? I did some of the drugs. I didn't do all the drugs. So I'm having a hard time understanding this. But after a while, I was there standing next to my good friend Min Tran on one side, and on the other side, John Caramanica of the New York Times. And then over there was a guy who seemed to be leaning on fentanyl. And I was like, yo, you know what? I totally understand this now. So, as a Pitchfork employee, I'm going to give this a 9.1. A monument, an instant classic. Sounds ahead of its time. I don't understand it. So therefore, it is ahead of its time. And this is the type of album that you give a 10 to because you never know what's going to happen in music. You know, you never know what's going to trend up or trend down or what's going to blow up. And the weirder and more abstract the shit is, the higher it goes. That's the pitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do over here at Pitchfork. Keep it P. This is so fucking weird that you could just roll the dice on this. Hey. Oh shit, jackpot. Yo, I have very good taste.
Pitchfork gave it a 9.3.
Los Thuthanaka. You know why Pitchfork gave that shit almost a 10, bro? Because you gotta go to Bolivia and buy it out of a trunk of a car. You can't hear them on any streaming services because they're that cool. They're not on Apple Music, they're not on Spotify, they're none of that shit. Not Tidal, fuck you, Jay-Z. They don't want to go on Tidal neither. You gotta go buy a hard copy of a CD in Bolivia out of a trunk. What I listen to on a daily basis probably changes from like day to day. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm into like, yo, I wanna hear some house music, man. Some UK garage, Jack Marlowe. Sometimes I'm like, yo, I wanna listen to French Montana talk about strippers for hours on end. Music critics are very important. art critics in general, but especially music critics, because you might sit down with an album that has a runtime of like an hour. And if it's ass, you just wasted an hour every time. You know, you don't got time to do all that. So, you know, you want to curate your music and listen to people that know what they're talking about. You feel me? Like my drunk uncle, I don't go to him for financial advice, I go to my accountant. So for music advice, I go to Pitchfork. I do not go to my drunk uncle, because he just says BDP every time.
No, we do not have free Mountain Dew at the Pitchfork office.
I quit. I put my 2-week notice in right now. Tyson, wrap me up. Take this mic off me, I'm out of here. No free Mountain Dew. What are we doing?